Well, welcome back to your favorite Sacramento sports show.
Beep city.
We back. Beam City is back doing a UFC preview. Got my boy Sebastian all the way out in London. How you feeling, Seb?
I'm feeling good, baby. It's a good weekend to come back and finally do our UFC preview. We are sorry we haven't been able to do the last two. We're busy gentlemen. We've
Yes,
got
sir.
girlfriends, we got hella girls.
Okay, okay. Let's chill with
Single
that.
girls for the for
We love our
the
girls. We love our
we love our
girls.
girls.
But yeah, definitely missed the last couple UFC events, but this one is too big to miss. There's no way. We had to make the Zoom
Yes,
work.
I
This
agree.
event is one of the best UFC cards I've ever seen in my life. So
I
break it down for me. It is October 4th in T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. I love when they fight in Vegas, man. The energy is always super high.
Well, I also think they fight better in Vegas because they don't have taxes on their winnings in
Okay,
Vegas.
okay.
So
That definitely
whoever
plays a
wins
part.
gets that extra 50%.
Oh,
So
hey, that'll
but
hit the
first,
paycheck.
I know, I
Yeah.
agree. Well, that's why when you're making $1 million to fight like Alex Pereira, we are gonna see versus Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev, baby. The
The
21 and
main
1
event.
Magomed versus 12 and 3 Alex Pereira. And we are excited, baby. We are very excited. And
Couldn't be more
it's gonna
excited.
it's gonna be a tough fight for Pereira, I think. But
Hmm.
we'll see if he's made the necessary adjustments. Obviously last fight it was a bunch of him getting held up against the cage, quite boring. And Ankalaev is kind of, he's Dagestani. He's gonna be a boring fighter. It's not his
Yeah.
fault. But we will see. I mean, Ankalaev is a little bit younger, I think, and he's been con. There's been a lot of beef in this build-up. I don't know if you've seen it, but they've
Okay.
been. I don't know if you've ever heard about who Ankalaev's his managers, Ali Abdaziz, who's Islam and Khabib's manager, and he does all the typing online, like for their
Mm.
social media, and he's
Okay.
been setting up this massive beef. And they met each other recently in the UFC PI, and Magomed, the whole chat was he was saying, "I didn't know I said this. I didn't know I had said
Oh
this."
my God. No,
So
that's
we're gonna see.
crazy.
And Pereira was very angry. I think some bad things were said, but it's all in Russian or in Portuguese, so it translated hardly to English.
Yeah.
But obviously, these guys fought each other last, and as much as I want to think Alex Pereira is going to win by KO round two, I just as much think Ankalaev's going to win KO round two. So for me, this
Wow.
is a throw up 50-50. I can see,
Ooh,
I will say this if Ankalaev wins, I think it's a head kick, not a punch. It's a head kick
calling it.
while Pereira dips his head in the second round. Pereira dips his head to the wrong side, and Ankalaev lifts that high head kick, boom, right across shin to the head. And all of a sudden, we see Pereira maybe knocked out on the floor. And I could see him finishing off with hammer fist, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I can see Pereira like making those necessary adjustments, hopefully being able to keep that space because Ankalaev shot 12 takedowns last fight and didn't land one.
Wow.
Didn't land a single takedown. And I think the over under for takedowns is 1.5 this fight.
Yeah. I
I
was
would
gonna
take the
say.
under. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
take the under because if he didn't take him down last time, I think Ankalaev did great on the feet, and that's why he won the fight too.
Yeah.
Like, fair enough. It was boring, but what do you think, bro?
I personally, I think Pereira is just one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. I always am tuned in when he's, coming up on the main event. Um, but like you said, I hope he did make the adjustments, and create a little more space between them. Personally, I would, if I'm betting on Pereira. What would you go betting wise? Because Pereira is the underdog, and I have faith that he's going to make the adjustments.
Yeah, that's actually why I have Pereira as who I
Yeah.
would bet on, and I would bet on him by knockout. I don't bet on him by decision. He's
Okay.
not gonna. I wouldn't bet by him like he's gonna win the fight overall. I would take a more risky bet that wins you more money and say he's gonna win by knockout or TKO.
Okay.
Because Uncle I've got that big schnoz. Maybe I
Mm.
can hit
Just
the
waiting for one.
schnoz.
Just
Yeah, man.
waiting for one to connect.
He's also got that beautiful boom, like
Yeah.
check hook. And if
Mm.
Uncle Ive is ambitious and it's like, hey, I beat this guy already. Look at me. Like I can walk him down into the cage. And Pereira's like, you know what? Yeah, but you might weigh as much as me, but I'm gonna be able to because honestly, Pereira is older now, so he's not able to make that 185 that he used to make, where he was bigger than everyone. Like,
Yeah.
when he fought Izzy and he
Hmm.
fought, I don't know, I'm sure he fought a bunch of other great fighters. But at 205, Ankalaev is really big. Ankalaev's 6'3" and Pereira's
Yeah.
6'4". And I mean, honestly, yeah, Pereira needs to use his reach, which is a 4-inch reach advantage. So we're gonna see. But
I'm
maybe we
definitely
should move on
hyped.
to the next fight because
I'm
yeah,
hyped for that one
I
for sure. The rematch,
I
it should be the best fight of the night. Give me your predictions after we go over what you think will win the fight of the night. Because I know they get a good little
no
bonus
problem.
for that. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
going
You're right.
over in the bantamweight, you know who I'm going for in this fight. It's Merab versus Cory Sandhagen. Merab is the big favorite in this one after two dominant performances against my boy Suga, going down sad against Merab. I'm really hoping Cory Sandhagen can beat the odds and do this, but I'm not feeling too good
Mm,
about it because also if that does happen, Cory Sandhagen just beats Merab, in decision or by knockout by anything. That's going to really make Sugar look really bad.
yeah.
Like,
No,
don't you
I agree.
agree? Don't you think, yeah, if Corey wins this fight, which I'm rooting for him to win this fight, but it's going to make my boy Sugar look pretty bad.
It's because they have the same build. Like
They
they
do,
have
they do.
that
I've been waiting for them to
tall,
fight.
skinny 5'11". I
Yeah,
know that's the fight that should have been made
it should
against
have
Sandhagen.
been.
Sandhagen, he's deserved a title shot, but he's had like I think two already. He's fought
Hmm.
TJ Dillashaw, I don't think like for the title forever ago. And also someone else amazing. And Sandhagen's amazing fighter, and his losses are
Yeah,
only against amazing fighters. Like if we look at his losses, like I swear his last he won against Devinson Figueiredo in his last loss. He lost against Umar, but
mm,
he's facing a wrestler, which
yeah,
him losing against Umar, who just beat Umar? Merab. Like
yeah,
this is light
yeah.
work for Merab,
This
and
is light
Merab made
work for
light work.
Merab.
I know.
I'm
And
scared, but
Suga puts up a better fight than Sandhagen because I think Suga has more knockout power on his punches. Like Sandhagen
yeah,
has knockout power in his knees and like really quick like
I thought he
legs,
was
but
really quick. Yeah,
yeah, extremely quick. Like I
yeah,
think that's his only thing is he has to be able to move around the cage the whole time,
yeah.
dance. So Merab can't just shoot that takedown. Like, hopefully, if Merab shoots that takedown, he obviously we all want Sandhagen to win, bro. Our American brother, we
Yeah.
need to win.
Need someone to be Marab, like
There's
eventually.
no American champions right now. I don't know if you know this. I
None.
don't think there's none. Um, I genuinely don't think there's any, and
Yeah. That's
I don't
crazy.
know if Sandhagen is gonna be the one, actually.
I don't either. I don't either. But I want to say this is the crazy non like main fight. Like
I
this is
know. I kind of agree.
for the title, and it's not even the main event in the night. That is
People
just crazy.
people are going for Marab goat status. People are
I
saying
know. I know.
people are saying, I mean, think about it, bro. He's beat Jose Aldo, Sugar
Mm.
Sean, I think multiple other champions. He's beat who
He's
has he
beat all
beat?
the other good wrestlers, like you said, Umar, like two
Umar,
wrestlers going at it.
Sugar
He's gonna win
Sean
that still.
twice, bro. It's been
Yeah.
an insane run for him, and we're gonna see how it ends. I honestly though I've been seeing him and I haven't been thinking he's like he's an extremely like tuned in for this fight, but I think he's so
Yeah.
relaxed that we're gonna see like he's very comfortable and doesn't have to worry. He's beaten Henry Cejudo and Peter Yan before Suga and
Yeah.
Umar. Like Jose and then
Who's Merab
uh,
lost to? Because that was in his early days. I know he's on a huge winning streak. How many wins does Merab have?
Ricky Simone is the last person he
Oh,
lost to, and Frankie Sainz. Kind of
wow.
two OG. This was
Yeah.
in this was in 2014. It's the
Mm,
last time
that's
he
crazy. Yeah,
lost, bro.
something changed for him.
Yeah.
And
I
how
mean,
many fights has he won in a row? Is he won like
or
18 in a row?
2017, 20 or
Yeah.
2018, 2018. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, 2018. But
Yeah.
since then, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
It's gonna keep
10,
going.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And this will be
He
his
has the
18th.
highest. He has the highest. Oh, you're already
I
calling it.
think
It's already over.
I
You're gonna give him the 18th already. But that's the highest
I
win
well,
streak in the
yeah,
whole UFC. So
I
it's
think
kind
is
of
it
insane.
real? I'm not
It is.
surprised. I think that
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
I remember
Sandhagen
hearing
is
that
great.
before the Sugar fight, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's won 16 in a row,
They didn't want to
16,
give him that too, because he's not a fan
dude."
favorite.
I
He is
want to
not.
think no for sure. I think after the Sugar fight though, him like being pretty funny on the mic. I think a lot of my friends because I had a ton of friends over watching that fight. Like I had like 15 friends over watching that fight, and all of them were telling me like, "Bro, Sugar has no shot. Like this is not gonna
Oh
go good." And I was like,
no.
"Dude, I had Taylor there with me. Like I was like
Oh
praying. I put 100 on Sugar like I always do.
no.
I did, bro, just straight up 100 on Sugar.
I,
And bro,
that's
he
a
just
good
got
bet.
dominated. But then
I
everyone
know.
everyone after the fight was like dying laughing at Merab and they were like, "Bro, Merab's a goat, bro." Like all my I was like, "Bro, this is the worst thing that could have happened." But shout out Merab though, bro. He really is him. I don't know about
Yeah, at
goat, but
least he works his off. Yeah, he
yeah,
works his
yeah. Yeah,
so
and he's only
he's
5'6" going against guys that are 5'11", so that's
5'11".
pretty insane. Pretty insane. Ooh.
Big
Uh,
buddy.
yeah. All right. Walk us through the next fight. This one is I'm really excited for this one too.
All right, yeah. Well, I think this is going to be the Showtime matchup of the night.
Oh,
We've got
okay.
Jiří Procházka versus Khalil Rountree. Jiří Procházka's 31-5-1, and Khalil is
Ooh.
14-6. Yuri's kind of a strange fighter. Kind of fights with this weird, like, hands really far out,
Yeah.
and Khalil fights with that Muay Thai. And
Hmm.
Khalil just, I think, dominated. We saw him dominate Jamal Hill,
Yeah.
and that was a crazy fight. And right before that, he lost to Alex Pereira. So got knocked
Yeah.
out. But that's a great loss. I mean, losing Alex Pereira,
Oh
how can
no,
you be upset
he
about it?
battled in that fight. Yeah, I remember watching
Hmm.
that whole fight, and he was putting up a fight. Like Pereira was rocking him too, and he was not going down. He was going right back at him. Um, but for
People
me,
are saying, yeah.
yeah, I want to shout out our boy Logan, who he was gonna do the pod with us, but he couldn't make it. Our boy Logan did the first one with us. That is one of his favorite fighters is Khalil Rountree. So
I
I know
love
he's
Khalil
rooting for him.
Rountree.
Yeah, he is a beast. So
And he's got a
I'm rooting
great
for him.
story.
Yeah, his story is crazy. I'm rooting for him. But Yuri is the only time I've ever seen Yuri look bad is against Pereira. Like, I mean, we
Yeah.
haven't seen all of his 5 losses. I haven't watched him, but the one loss that he had to Pereira, I just remember it was a scary loss. Like Pereira almost knocked him out at the end of a round, and then the second round started, and then he came out and knocked him out like super quick.
Mm.
Like yeah, Yuri is a beast, but I mean, I'm rooting for Khalil. Who would you go for in this? Because I like both. Honestly, like both are really likable fighters.
This is literally, I think, a 50-50, and I think it's going to end in round three when both of them are so hurt that they
Yeah.
literally their bodies are the only thing that tell them, "Hey, go to sleep or you're gonna actually be in serious harm." And I think I can really see Yuri doing really well, but I can see if Khalil can really attack that. Like, I don't know if you see how much weight Yuri puts on that front leg. I'm sure you've
Hmm.
noticed it in his
Yeah.
fights, but like his stance is really all weight on that front leg.
I have
And
noticed that.
but yeah,
Yeah.
think about it. If Khalil can just chop that front leg like they do in Muay Thai, like just bang, 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 and he can't even walk like hopefully Khalil can sweep him and just actually take him. And Khalil loves the hammer fist.
Hmm.
Excuse my language, but he loves the hammersmith.
He does. He
Boom, boom,
does.
boom, boom, boom. And I can really see. I think this fight has to end in KO or TKO. I would take that bet, whichever fight is the fight to end by, before the clock runs out.
Okay.
So I think that's a good bet. But I would say if I were to take anyone, I'm actually going to take Yuri by
I thought you were gonna
TKO.
go with Yuri. Yeah. Um. For me, what does Yuri do before the fight starts? He stares the guy down, or like what else does he do? Like what's his walkout? I feel like he like does some like samurai stuff. Maybe it's just the
Psychological,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all psychological with him, and I feel like I the what did I say? I feel like it's his hair that also is intimidating. It's just that it's
Hmm.
like samurai looking. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. Yuri's a stick fighter. I
Both
would
of
be
them are
very
Eastern
surprised.
fighters.
I'd be very surprised if Yuri lost, but I'm rooting for Khalil.
I think that's a good bet.
Yeah, I'd
I think
probably bet
Khalil.
with Yuri just because I want to win my money, you know? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to bet on my guy like I do with Sugar every time and just
These
lose
odds
it.
are really interesting though. Yuri's minus 175 and Khalil's
Uh-huh.
plus 145. Like
Yeah,
that's really tight. And
that is.
obviously I would rather probably put my money on Khalil. So I would
Mm.
run like maybe a Khalil, wouldn't bet on the Merab Sandhagen fight. And maybe
Bet Merab. Just bet
true, but
Merab.
that minus 400, like it's not enticing. It is to
It's not.
probably certainly win,
It
like it
is.
is, but why tack that onto your bets? Like that's honestly a fight that I think a lot of people are going to look over when it's
Oh yeah.
uh,
It,
Alex and Ankalaev and Yuri Khalil.
yeah, that's true. Um, well, going on next, we got my boy out of Sac Town, represent 916, baby. Let's
Yeah,
go.
baby.
My boy,
Yeah.
Josh Emmett in the featherweight fight against Youssef Zalal. Say his name right for me. Say his name
Youssef
right.
Zalal, the
Zalal,
Moroccan
yeah.
fighter. You
All
said it,
right.
bro. You
Well,
said it.
he is the favorite. Josh Emmett is the underdog.
Hmm.
I'm rocking with my boy Josh Emmett though. That knockout power is insane.
Hmm.
Have to say it
Hardest hitting
again.
fighter.
Hardest hitting fighter in the whole UFC.
Yeah, probably true.
Seen him, seen him knock someone out live. That guy has insane power in his fists, and I'm going with my boy Josh Emmett. I'm hyped for this fight. He needs to show the world what he's really about in this fight. But walk me through
I
like
agree.
what's happened in his last couple because I saw he lost his last fight. That was in 2025. Um, and he lost to Topuria earlier in 2023. So Topuria, come on, like that's a tough loss.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. That's an insane loss. But I think honestly, if we looked at Josh Emmett's losses, we're gonna see he just lost to Lerone Murphy, who's a
Yeah.
really insanely good English up and coming fighter. He's actually might be fighting Volkanovski for the title shot next.
Wow.
That's how good he is. And it's not like I can say I can see him winning against Volkanovski, but I can say he'll put up a different kind of fight against Volkanovski that we haven't seen in a while. He's kind of an interesting fighter, and I think Josh Emmett couldn't crack that. Zalal is the most I hate watching Zalal fight. Zalal is the most boring fighter ever, and I hope he hears this. I hope he learns. That's why he's minus 600 in this fight. The odds are literally in his favor because he dances around the cage. He's gonna like Josh Emmett is gonna have so much trouble tracking him down. And it's gonna be really sad because we're gonna see Zalal probably get one of these featherweight uh maybe not a title shot, but title elimination bout shots. And
Yeah.
it's only because he doesn't deal damage and he knows how not to get knocked out. He's fast, he's young, he's really young, but he hasn't shown that he can actually like perform. He's just shown that he can run really quickly. And I think he fought Jose Aldo in his Calvin Cater in his last fight. I don't know if you remember the Calvin Cater fight. That was Cody Garbrandt versus Calvin Cater. That's the one where Cody
Mm,
Garbrandt's like dodging
yeah, he's
all
sick.
the
He's sick.
punches. So I mean to be fair, Zalal, if you look at his honestly, before Calvin Cater, it was four submissions and one TKO. Okay,
Yeah.
three submissions in the UFC, two by rear naked choke and one by arm triangle. I don't know. I don't remember watching those fights, but seeing him jump up from Jack Shore to Calvin Cater is kind of a big jump. And him winning by unanimous decision by Calvin Cater, it seems like he walked to that decision by running away from, someone walking him down. And I really hope Josh Emmett can put him in a corner,
Yeah.
rips to the body, and then Zalal drops his guard and hopefully puts him out, man. I know, bro.
Yeah.
We need a
We need that.
Sacramento. I know. We need Josh Emmett one more title shot before he retires.
Let's go. My
Please,
boy.
bro.
Sacktown
One more.
represent. So
Him versus Volkanovski, baby. Let's
I'd
see
be
it, bro.
so scared, bro.
The
That'd be
battle of the
sick.
balls, bro.
That for
I know,
real,
bro.
for real. They definitely have to wear different color shorts.
Bro, I
But
know, bro.
because sometimes they let them wear like the same
I
color
know,
almost.
bro.
But all right, so Josh Emmett is 5'6", right? And Yusuf is 5'10". Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's a big high difference, but the knockout power, who I'm rolling with, my boy.
I am. Well, that means Emmett needs that. I think I can see why that at minus 600. But if it
Yeah.
does, it's going to go to decision. Probably the odds for it to go decision are insanely bad to bet on, I'm sure. So I
Yeah.
think this is probably a no bet from us. Do not bet on this fight, actually. I would advise. I mean, if you're going to bet on Josh Emmett, but put
Oh
five
yeah.
bucks,
I'm
or
betting
maybe
on Josh Emmett.
throw a honey. You made that
Throw a
for
honey.
$500. If
Throw a
you
honey.
bet
Hey,
400, you'll make 500.
I
So
think I
you'll make
might have to,
400
bro.
though.
I might have to. All right,
I I hope so.
walk us through the last fight though. We got 3 minutes left on the Zoom, so thing runs
Oh,
out quick.
okay. All right. Well, that's too bad. Well, last fight we got is a middleweight matchup between Abus Magomedov, the Dagestani fighter who's 28, 6-1, versus Joe Pyfer. Joe Bodybagged Pyfer, 14-3,
Body
fighting out
bag.
of Philadelphia.
Philly.
So we got to go with our American brother, right?
Definitely rocking with Joe. Definitely rocking with Joe. They're both 6'2". Um, is
Both
one
Orthodox too. Gonna be
both
funny too.
orthodox? Is one of them more of a wrestler than the other? One of them more of a kickboxer than the other? What's the
Joe
vibes?
Pyfer, straight boxer, actually,
Straight
really a
boxer.
boxer
Okay.
on his
I like
feet.
it.
Boost, I'm sure I think he's got a lot of kickboxing experience. I'm pretty sure, maybe Muay Thai, kickboxing.
Okay.
So he's going to be really great on his feet as well. But I think this is a layup for Joe Pyfer because the UFC, they don't want any more, not to say, but they
That's
don't want any more.
crazy. You
No,
can't
it's true.
control. I mean, I guess you can control by giving them the certain fights, but
Yeah,
can't
no,
control
but
who
true.
wins. Yeah.
I know they can't, and they're always upset when the Dagestani wins, bro. And it's a bad
Dana,
Dana. Dana
Dana, watch
knows,
out.
but to be fair, the UFC has always bet the best fighters fight the best fighters, and that's why we love the UFC much more than we love the PFL or all these
Yeah.
other organizations where they give the best fighter someone who we can see an instant knockout of, but
Yeah.
who remembers who they knocked out. Especially nowadays, it's not like the old days of Pride FC or Strike Force or all the old even Bellator back in the day. Back when it was now the UFC has grown such a monopoly on the industry that they can give us bad fights and we're supposed to be happy with them. Actually,
Yeah.
a lot of the time, like most of
Yeah.
these cards that don't take place in America, the cards that take place in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, or Dubai, those fights have the best fights. Like we're gonna see soon. I think we have. I don't know. We just had. uh Sorry, but I don't know. We'll get to that later. We're on UFC
I
320 right now,
I
and I
would
think
yeah,
honestly the pod's
320.
gonna end soon. So we're gonna have to
I
finish on
was gonna
this. What are
ask
you
you
taking?
before.
Who are you taking? Sorry.
I was gonna ask you who well, I'm going Joe Pyfer with the last fight. We said all our predictions, but I was gonna ask you who are you picking? Sugar Sean or Song Yadong? You know what's coming up.
That's easy, bro. Sugar Sean, bro.
Okay,
That's a layup, bro. Sonya
he
Dong
better,
is bunked, but
he
we are gonna
better.
see. Well,
Yeah.
thank you everyone
All
for
right, dog.
watching. Please
We're
hit that
tuning out.
subscribe, that
Go do
like
that.
button, baby. Hit that.
Beam City. We'll be back with another UFC preview for the next big card. Thanks for joining us, Seb, all the way from London.
Mm,
We'll be
all
back.
right. Peace out. Thank
Cheers.
you.